welcome back to High Functioning, Slightly Faded. My name is Julie, and I am so stoked because today I'm joined by a true baddie, my former work wife, an amazing nurse, basically a Spanish dual citizen since 2019, a fellow UMass Amherst alumnus, and we have with us today Ariana Grande's wife and Sam the Minuteman's longtime crush, Miss Megan over here. I also have my friend Shelby here. She's coming over, so we may hear something from her too in the background. But all right, welcome to the podcast, Megan. How are you doing today?
Thank you so much.
I'm thrilled to have you on. Have you been up to anything fun recently? Are you doing anything good?
Yeah, well, I just got back from a trip to Punta Cana, so that was
my God,
really
how was
fun.
that?
It was so much fun. I had an amazing time. It was like relaxing too, which is what I needed.
And the wedding was nice?
Oh, it was beautiful. Shout out Tom and Karen. They're, you know.
Woo,
I know.
Congratulations.
I know. I'm like, this is so weird. I'm like, I listen to this podcast all the time, and like, I always feel like I'm like on a FaceTime call with you, and I'm always like, oh my gosh, I wish I could respond to her, like, be like, yeah, you're right, Julie. And now here I am.
No, I get it. That's like me when I listen to Bold and the Beautiful too.
I
get it. I get it. Fan behavior.
I know.
No, I'm just kidding. I appreciate that. I feel like that's kind of the vibe I was going for, so that's good. So, as you guys know, me and Joe have been talking about taking our relationship to the next level, for a long time. And, I'm about to go on a trip this week, so I tried to wax my cooch this morning at home, and Joe had helped me. And, like, this isn't the next level of the relationship we were talking about, but we did go there, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, I just wish I paid someone to do it. It's like, I did the armpits the other day, and it was like...
Have you gotten a wax, like, actually before?
Yeah, I've gotten it, like, since March, because I did it for Mexico, because I got really bad razor burn in my armpits and stuff, but I started I did, obviously, my crotch shapes, like, if I'm doing one, why would I not do both? Mm-hmm. And, it was way worse doing it at home than having the people do it, but I wasn't going to be able, like, my girl I go to, she's only open Monday to Friday, but with the holiday, and when I was working, and then I'm working every day before my trip, like, I don't know. I just was like, I'll order a thing online and I'll do it. And I did my armpits in it. That was, like, not as bad, except for, like, that just, like, got a little wrinkled. So, like, it kind of hurt in one spot. But, like, for the most part, that was fine. But obviously, like, I don't know if it was just because it was me or, like, I was thinking about it too much or, like, I just, like, it wasn't hot enough. I don't know, but it was way worse. Maybe it's just, like, I don't know. And so, like, I would call Joe in to help me because I'm, like, when I really couldn't do it, I'd be like, Joe, I need you to get in here. And I'm like, I can't keep doing this myself.
Oh my God.
Then he'd come in, and then he'd go to do it, and then I'd start fighting him, like, don't rip it off, don't rip it off. He's like, Julie, you gotta let me do this. And then he was, like, low-key laughing. And I'm like, this isn't funny. He literally was like, yeah, it is. Too. I mean, it, like, was, but I was in so much pain. I'm like, but you're sadistic. This hurts so bad. And he was like, no. It's like, let me do it. But he said, this is payback for all the pimples, because, like, I've definitely been kind of mean. And, like, really, he'll be on his back and shit. He'll be like, ah! And I'll be like, I just gotta get it.
I love that this is the first thing we talk about on this podcast.
It happened this morning, and it was like, that's why I was like,
it's a hot topic.
Like, having to come up with more questions, the rapid fire questions when you got here, because I just, like, I was shocked.
I'm still, like, blushing from that intro, though. That was so nice of you.
Of course. Well, I have to have a true and honest intro to let people get to know you, you know what I'm saying?
That's so sweet.
And then Joe was like, he's so immature, though, and he's like, OMG, haha, your butt, like, I'm like...
He's waxing your ass hairs? No way.
But, like, he didn't, no, we didn't even finish, it was too painful. I was like, we just did the areas that, like, are important for if you're in a bikini, and I was like, I'm gonna just have a professional do this when I get down there. You know what I mean? That was my plan.
There you go.
Like, I can't even think about this, but he's like, haha, I can see your butt. I'm like, we've literally had sex. You know what I mean? It's not like we haven't been together for 4.5 years. Like, what is wrong with you? What is so funny about that? But also, I want to just take a second to formally apologize to you guys for when I got heat stroke at Outlet Fest. I'm sorry.
Hey, you don't have to apologize to me.
I know, but it was just gross. Like, I want to apologize for everybody that had to witness that.
I was sad because we missed you, like, during the Trixie set, even the Rebecca Black set, like...
I know.
I was just like, damn, I wish Julie was here. You were so hyped for the whole thing.
I know.
But
I like got everyone to go, and then I was like,
I know, but I'm glad you did go home when you did, because
I almost stayed, which is good I didn't, because then I proceeded to throw up the whole time I was waiting to get a ride home, which was like 45 minutes. So I was like,
I didn't even know that you actually got an Uber and then had to get out of it.
I wasn't even alive. No, I wasn't even alive. I was like, oh my god. When Alicia like called me I called her to be like, just because I had like no service like for texting and stuff to like just tell her where I was.
Yeah.
And she was driving, so I was like, I'll just call her. I'll be safe, you know. And then we're on the phone, and I started like legit dry heaving, and I like couldn't even talk, and she was like laughing her ass off. And, like, I was like, I'm sorry. And she was just like, it's okay. And I was like, this is just horrible. It's like, I literally can't even speak, but I was like, we're going to hang up the phone because I need to talk to you.
Oh my god.
Like, I think I'm going to die here. It was good to pick me up when she did. I probably would.
That was very
I was worried she was going to call an ambulance, and I was like, no.
Oh, no.
I would have been really upset.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
expensive taxi ride to work.
I know. Joe literally was like, they're all probably thinking, oh my god, Julie couldn't hang in college, and she still can't hang. And I was like, but I was like, yeah. I was like, I honestly feel less in college when I throw up now. Like, I literally don't, my stomach is just so sensitive, I feel like.
No, we've all been there.
And then when you guys got back, someone else had puked outside the building, and you guys were like thinking that was me. And it wasn't. I swear to God, I had a bag when I got home. I didn't throw up on the ground.
Hey, I mean, I got blackout in Punta Cana.
Yeah.
Shout out Steven for taking care of me.
We've all been there.
Luckily, I was in the room. Like, we had gotten back to the room, and I threw up in the bathroom, and I was like, I want to go out to the club. And he was like, no, Megan. Like, get in bed right now. So luckily, we were already in the room. It wasn't like we were, like, out, and I was like...
That's good.
In rough shape.
When we were in Punta Cana, we went to... Or not in Punta... That's not even where we went.
You went to Mexico.
I went to Cancun.
Different...
I don't even remember.
Different landmass.
That's how you know I was talking
different
about.
Country.
Yeah, different country, different place. But when I was in Cancun, we went to, like, this rooftop, like, bar that would be, like, kind of like a club vibe at night. It was cool, and they had, like, live music and stuff. And, well... I don't know if this was the same night or a different night, but one night we were there, and I guess they must have had, like, a Cirque du Soleil type of thing before, because they had this huge, which we didn't see the night before, we like, huge, that you could, like, obviously somebody was hanging from or something. We go in the bar, and, like, we're waiting for our drinks, and Allie's drunk as hell, and we were like, Allie, get on. Allie grabs it and just starts spinning around. She's like, because we're like, isn't that so crazy? She's like, woo! And then some wicked drunk lady comes over and grabs her and pushes her. So then Allie was like a pendulum.
Oh my god.
And then Allie, and we were like laughing, and it was so funny. I was video it. And then immediately the people came up with like a 20-foot ladder and took it down. But I think it was this night. Later on, like, we're drinking, and I was getting those Long Island iced teas at that time of the night. You know what time? I'm like, ooh, it's midnight. Let's start getting the Long Island iced teas going. And then, you know, I was like, oh, we're going back soon. They're being so slow, but I'm kind of tired. So I was like, I'm just going to run down I got to get down all these million steps to get down to the floor or whatever. And then I sat in like a little, like, pool chair or whatever, like, right where they would have come down the stairs. So they should have seen me. And then I took a little nap.
Oh,
and then
boy.
they couldn't find me, even though I was living. And
Julie.
they were like, we saw you, but we feel like we didn't see you. And I was just, like, dead. And then they're calling Tara, and Tara's dealing with Alfie. And they were just like, Tara's like, no, we're trying to go to bed. Like, we need to, like, he needs to go to bed. Like, it was just like, it was one of those nights, like, we had like a bunch of wedding stuff that day. So it was like everyone was having fun, and everyone was dehydrated, and I was just, like, taking a nap, and then Tara's, like, looked at my location. She's like, she's right by the pool. Like, just go get her. And then, and we were with Allie and her date, Jack, who's really fun. And Joe came and got me, and then I wasn't waking up. And I'm like, no. And then he turtle rubbed me. I had a bruise on my chest for, like, a week. Dude. I'm like, what the fuck? And I was like, no, because I want to keep sleeping. I'm like, 5 more minutes. And he's like, no, we're going to the room. Like, what are you, dead? And I was like, I was fine. I just am a deep sleeper, especially when I'm drinking. So I was just like, I literally was laying there like this, just like laying in the chair.
Oh my god.
I was safe, you know?
Sure. Hey.
It was an all-inclusive resort. Like, that's like, we weren't like at a downtown.
Right.
You know what I mean? Isn't that the point?
Yeah.
That I can take
Here you are, so you're
here
safe.
I am. I was fine. Except for, like, that night, I literally sweat so much in my sleep. And I know I was sweaty because I woke up and I was, like, soaking wet from sweat. That, like, the sheet that I was on was, like, wet. And then Joe was, like, making a joke and telling everybody I peed the bed. And I was like, that's not funny.
Oh, my God.
I'm like, That's not funny. Don't tell people that. And I literally was just so damn sweaty. But it's just one of those nights, you know.
Yeah. Hey.
Okay, so obviously I know you guys really well, but our viewers don't. So I want to get into some of these intro questions, Megan.
Okay.
Why did you want to become a nurse?
Oh, I should have known you were going to ask me this. You asked Alicia this.
Yeah. And I hate when people ask me this shit.
Well, because it's like, I know. Well, I feel like I always wanted to do, like, healthcare.
Yeah.
I was always really interested in science and healthcare science. And then I mean, at some point you got to look through all the options of what, you know, you can do in healthcare. And I just decided, like,
it's a pretty versatile degree.
Yeah. And I just decided nursing is, like, the most direct way to give care. And I also really didn't want to go through med school.
Yeah. That's
and
real.
yeah,
I
so
wanted to go through nursing school.
I know. Well, I just, like, for me, I knew that, like, nursing was really respected, and, like, that I feel like, especially nursing in America, like, we have a lot of, like, what's the word? Like, we have a lot of our own freedom in terms of, like, nursing judgment, and I feel like I said, we're really respected. So I was like, all right, like, I can be a nurse, and it's not like, oh, you know, I don't know. Like, I just felt like it was something that I could also expand on. Like, I could become a nurse practitioner and, like, move up from there too if I wanted to. Mm-hmm. So I was like, yeah, this is the right thing to do.
Makes sense. I feel like that.
And then once I started working, I was like, yeah, this is definitely what I want to do, you know?
Yeah. And honestly, for me, the best part is the 3 days a week. That's the thing that keeps me at the bedside too, honestly, is that I can't give that up.
Yeah, but the holidays and the weekends, like, that part kills me.
Yeah,
I'm like,
I know. And it's like,
forbids me from having a normal schedule.
For months now, and it's July.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, but it's like, what the fuck? Why do I only get so many call-outs? Multiple times I had to call out, it was like, because I was sick, because I got sick from a patient. Because these people are like, all over me, and I'm like,
no, it's
on the inside, but I can't say anything. But it's like that. I can cry. That's how I feel.
It's honestly ridiculous.
I'm doing it. I told you this was giving me so many problems today. I do an manual blood pressure, and they, like, literally just, like, shower me in germs, and I'm like, oh my god.
Well, I think
they have the flu.
I also, like, as I was deciding to become a nurse, I really had no idea, like, the stereotypes of, like, nurses being mean girls.
Me either.
Which you and I have talked about, and how, like, misogynistic and crazy that is.
I don't agree with that.
Which I highly... I mean, sure, I've met some horrible mean girl nurses, but, like, I feel like in every profession, there's
a lot of cunts out there.
There's a lot of see you next Tuesdays out there, let me tell you, so...
Dude, the other day we were at the 4th of July party, my mom was saying something about country music, and my mom had, like, one drink, so she was, like, drunk. And so, like, no, I'm just kidding, but, like, that's her vibe. And me and my mom and Allie and Joe were talking, and they were saying something about country music, and I was like, the only kind of country music I like is Tuntry. And everyone, Allie was like, and I was dying laughing. And then, like, they just kept talking like nothing had happened. And then, because my mom is, like, the type that, like, would freak about something like that. But I just push her buttons. Like, I just don't think she reacts to me anymore. But Joe was like, I'm sorry. I'm still shook about what Julie just said. I didn't even process that. And then they were just laughing. I'm like, Joe, shh. My mom didn't say anything, so let's just move on. I want to get yelled at now. But yeah, no, there's a lot of... I feel like, honestly, the nurses that fit that stereotype the most were, like, our professors in college.
No, so true. Oh my god.
The mean girl nurses.
And I feel like
sadistic, bro.
Yeah, well, and I feel like a lot of it is the older nurses, because there's some weird fucking hang-ups they have about younger nurses, and it's like...
Yeah, like the nurses eat their young.
Yeah, and I'm like, all the younger nurses that I've met have been, like, in the sweetest,
like... at the bedside, nothing with the nurses eat their young shit. There's a couple bitchy
Well, because our floor that we started on, or that I was with you on, like, was really nice.
And
like, everybody
overall,
was so
the
nice.
Hospital, I feel like, is really nice. But we're in a union, which I think might make a difference. Because we have better working
and a teaching hospital, too.
Yeah,
so people are a lot more open to teaching.
True.
Yeah.
That's true.
But, like, I know Shelby was at Bay State. I know there have been... Yeah.
I know. Thumbs down for those of you who can't see.
I know, yeah, it's not as great everywhere else.
I survived Bay State panel. Dude,
no, for real.
Like, the thing is, for me, the clinicals, I did have, like, honestly, my psych clinical there, a lot of the staff were nice. But, like, I just didn't like that vibe. You know, there was a lot of patients that were,
Like,
like really giving you unsafe vibe. And I was at Bay State, yeah.
I was at Bay State Franklin, which I don't know.
Oh, yeah,
that's, like,
no.
not
I was on the
technically Bay
main
State.
campus. We'd be locked in that unit, and I was like, there was just, like, a lot of really heavy things.
I just almost name dropped our professor. I was like, maybe I shouldn't do that. Maybe I shouldn't do that. We all know who we're thinking of, though.
Yeah. She was, oh my god, when she asked one of the kids if he had autism because he had 2 monitors, and so he wasn't looking like,
he wasn't
making eye contact over the Zoom, I guess, because he's looking at the other monitor and the camera's on the other one. And it was just like, bro. And then she's like, you seem really anxious to me. And I'm just like, oh, this is driving me fucking crazy. I literally was just like, no, I just have like super bad ADHD and I don't take medication for it, so I can't stand still. Like, what do you want from me? And then, but honestly, because she thought I was so, I guess I am special needs in that sense.
She gave you a pass.
I thought I was so like special needs in that way, she made like such a big deal at the end of the semester, like, you came so far, you really came from, I feel like, being so nervous and anxious to really being like a really good psych nurse. I would never do psych nursing.
Yeah, no.
It's too
God
much.
bless those fucking psych
God
nurses.
bless them.
That could not be me.
That's a hard job.
Yeah.
And we need more of them. It's a great job. I would love to do it. You know what I mean? More people need to do it.
More people need to do psych
There's so many
nursing.
jobs for it, actually. That's true, though. You guys should do it. I was honestly shook whenever I heard people, like, I was shook at the amount of people in our nursing class that wanted to do psych nursing. Just because I was like, but then at the same time, it's like Colin was like, oh yeah, well, there's a lot of crazy. No,
I was like, I'm not surprised.
Colin was like, I come out of that clinical, and my roommates know, don't even talk to me until after I sit on the couch and crack open my first White Claw that afternoon. I'm like, that is so real, bro. I come home and I'm like, I gotta go on a run. Like, I gotta get this out of my system. It's just very heavy and like,
I gotta go home and shake in a fetal position in my bed.
Literally, I know that I have a panic attack. But one time, and it's like we're carpooling, and it's like, it's good that we're carpooling, saving money and everything, because those clinicals were so fucking far. But then it's like, I really need to decompress after that, and I can't when I'm with a bunch of girls that are just like bitching the whole time.
That's true.
Especially like, it depends on how tight you are with people, you know?
Right, that's true too.
So I don't even remember why we got onto this topic.
I know, I knew this would happen.
I know. Oh yeah, but the meanest nurses were in nursing school. For example, something that happened in nursing school that, I think it was the ice maker.
Oh, like a ghost?
That should have been, a lawsuit, in my opinion, was when I'm in the lab and they're like, you need to come up and take your shirt off and do the abdominal, like, inspection. Or that's not really, assessment, not inspection.
No, it felt like an inspection.
Inspection with this mean old teacher that
me and Steven looked at each other like,
it scared the shit out of us. I literally like, I'm gonna kill myself after this class. And then some people were like, haha, but some people also were like, ooh,
no,
and I was like, wait.
Me and Steven looked at each other like horrified for you.
Because it wasn't the only time, but I was knee-deep, serious eating disorder situation. I'm like working out like 2 hours a day at least. Like there was a point that year that I would do, so I was doing this squat challenge, and I was also doing the same amount of bicep curls and like other arm exercises, the same amount. So I would do 250 squats and 250 like weighted arm exercises.
Oh, I remember that. I remember
in a
you
day.
telling me about
it was crazy. And walk on the treadmill for an hour.
And you're like, but I'm fine. I'm like, okay, Julie.
But
sure,
I was really strong. I was a really
girl. I bet you were.
I know. Yeah. I was mentally not as strong. I was like I was possessed. But,
oh boy, that's awful.
In the heat of all of this, I also definitely. I have pretty big boobs, obviously, and especially in comparison to my frame. So, and in that class, if I didn't have the biggest boobs in that class, I definitely had the biggest for my body frame. Because there might have been someone that was, like, heavier that had bigger boobs, but I was like, this was also, like, kind of out of pocket for them to even ask me.
I keep almost name-dropping people to me, like, that is not a good idea.
I can always cut it out.
That's fine.
Yeah, but, I had to go up in front of the class and, like, you know me and Steven would always, like, fuck around the back of that class too.
Well,
so, like,
I remember we were all sitting like me and Steven, and then I remember them calling you up, and we were just like, oh.
And I literally said like 5 times, nah. This
you kept saying no.
People, boys and girls.
You kept
saying
no.
Nah. And like 5 teachers. I'm like, you guys are all complicit. They're like, you have to come up for the class, and it was weird because it's like hashtag Is it not my right to say no?
To not consent to this?
Yeah.
Well, the other
No
thing
means
too,
no.
The other thing too is like I remember being in that situation, being like the only way that I could get her out of this situation is if I volunteered.
And
there's
like,
no fucking way. And you know, girl, I was also not there mentally. I was like, I can't do that.
And
but you know,
like,
Steven wouldn't have either.
She literally said she was gonna fail me if I didn't do it, and I was like, what the fuck?
No, that's
and none of the teachers were like, relax.
I know. That was a very fucked
like,
up situation.
I got triple D's. What are you gonna make me take my shirt off in front of the class right now? I know. And then she literally was like smacked my stomach and was like, look at the shit. I was like, I'm gonna fucking kill myself after this. Woo! I just hit my own on the table, but
oh god.
I guess it wouldn't have to work if I really just did something with that.
I know. You should have sued him.
But that was like.
Especially after that, like millions
Shelby,
of dollars.
Get the bong. I'm like, I can't even relive
the
that.
millions of dollars that they got in that grant too. Oh my god, are we even gonna get to all these questions? I'm like,
yeah, we are.
I'm like, we keep reminiscing.
So, what areas of Yeah, I'm like, let's move on from this. Let's heal and move on.
Let's heal. Let's take a moment of silence for Julie's sanity. Those are my favorite moments on your podcast when you're like, moment of silence.
Yeah, moment of silence. I got a moment of silence coming up later.
Oh. Yeah, right, yeah.
So what area of nursing do you work in, and do you have any long-term goals for your career at this point in nursing right now? It's okay if you, like, are just like, I'm doing what I'm doing now, and I have, like, kind of plans, but nothing at this moment. Like, 'cause that's how I feel, but if you have something.
Yeah, right now I work in postpartum nursing, which I love. I honestly love it. I worked with Julie on a cardiac floor before, and I enjoyed that too, but it was, I always wanted to work in like women's health. Julie's hitting the bong as I am talking. I'm a little distracted.
Mute it.
But yeah, I know that I want to be a nurse practitioner eventually. I'm thinking probably like a family nurse practitioner. But the big debate that I've been like kind of not sure on is whether I want to go into labor and delivery or not, because I feel like postpartum nursing is hard in its own way, but it's not as challenging as like labor and delivery. Labor and delivery is a lot more like critical on your feet, acute situations. But I'm kind of enjoying not being super challenged right now. I feel like I'm just enjoying like going to work and not feeling like a pit in my stomach. Like I'm just enjoying being where I am. So I'm kind of like, do I go back to school right away, or do I do L&D nursing and then go back to school? Dude, so that's kind of like the crossroads I'm at right now.
I love having my drive was actually pretty stressful. Westwood was a little more chill. But overall, like, I don't have homework.
Oh, yeah. Right.
Like, I go to work, it stays at work.
Yeah.
That's, like, the best things about nursing. And it is only 3 days a week, so even if it's horrible, it's like, I'm just going to go home and smoke weed about it. Like, I'll be fine.
Right.
I'll heal from this.
I will survive. I will overcome.
I know. Yeah. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger, guys? Right. And sometimes it's the patient whacking you over the head as hard as they can with the call bell, Megan, but...
Yes, that did happen to me. And it hurt.
Crazy. That patient had been there for a really long time. They got to hospital. Delirium was a whole thing. And, like, I had them a few nights before that. But at the time, they were with it. And they were, like, being chill.
Well, they were with it for me, too. And that's why it was surprising.
Yeah, that was crazy.
It was because they had a lack of oxygen to their brain.
Yeah.
For several reasons. And they just, like, switched on a dime. And I was leaning down to, like, empty the catheter. And before I knew it, I was being smashed over the head several times.
Horrible.
It was not fun. And the security was like, do you want to press charges? And I was like, on this very old, ancient person, who isn't in his right mind? Yeah. No, I'm not going to do that. This person's
totally different when it's someone who's in their right mind, I feel
100%. If this was like a 40-year-old man who knew what he was doing, I would be like, yeah, fucking press charges. Even if it was a woman. I say with a question mark. Hashtag hold women accountable. She would not have been a girl's girl, but...
What do you think something about nursing or your area of nursing is something do you think that a lot of people don't understand or you want to bring awareness to?
Oh, girl. I feel like people don't understand that. I feel like especially other nurses look at postpartum as like a retirement job of like, it's not that challenging. And I will say it is it's a lot of monitoring and education, which is like, you know, not as intense as like literally giving
It's
CPR every day.
important.
It is very important, and I feel like a lot of it
Like,
is.
sue me for wanting to have a chill job where I work with cute little babies.
I know.
Like, and people are happy. That
Well,
sounds like a perfect job.
And people are generally happy, but the times at which things go wrong, things go very wrong.
Yeah.
And it's very tragic. And I've been in a few of those situations already, and it's awful.
Yeah.
And it's some of the saddest like days that I've had nursing. Some of the hardest, most challenging days I've had in nursing is like on this job. So when it does go south, it goes real south. And there are like acute patients. Our patients are getting sicker and sicker. Like pregnant women are getting sicker and sicker, and it's like, and it's hard. Like it's ramping up. It's also like more people are giving birth. I mean, at our hospital anyway. So like it's been tough. But I feel like a big part of it is like, for my hospital anyway, is like breastfeeding teaching. Girl, like a year ago, I didn't know shit about breastfeeding. You look at me, you think I know anything about breastfeeding? Fuck no. But I had to learn so much. Well, that's a different story. Okay. That's a different story.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. You have a different perspective on that.
But yeah, so I had to learn a lot about breastfeeding and how to teach it. Not even just about breastfeeding, but how to teach it to somebody. And it's like, it's a lot of work. It is not easy. It is like, I feel like breastfeeding people think is just like something that people just know how to do. It's not. It's like actually very difficult.
The baby wants to be difficult.
The baby wants to be difficult. Like the anatomy doesn't work. The supply isn't there. Like, I feel
Isn't it like if their tongue's like not cut or something?
Yeah, like if they have a tongue tie, a cheek tie, a lip tie, like all these different things can happen. And it's like, I feel like a big part of it is like all the mom shame. Like I've had to like really talk people through this like feeling of shame of like, I can't do this. I'm a bad mom. And it's so sad. And so a lot of like what makes me feel like rewarded in my job is like encouraging people like, girl, you do not need to feel shame. Like you are doing everything that you're supposed to be doing, and you're really like trying hard for this kid, and that's all you need to do, you know? Like, so that part I do like is just the encouraging part, because I feel like it goes a long way, you know?
That's nice.
Not to get all deep.
No,
but
like that's what people want to hear. Okay, what's the worst place to run into a patient or a patient family member in public?
Oh my god, I have a story about this. I don't know if you know this. Okay, so I took care of this older person for a very long like months, and specifically like it was like every shift, because they were very like particular about what they wanted for this sick family member.
And you typically get the same patients.
Like
continuation of care because you know them.
But like specifically for this patient and their family, it was like they were very particular about the things that they wanted done, and they also spoke Spanish, so I think there was that part of like I was actively trying to like speak Spanish with them, and like back then I was pretty good at my Spanish.
Yeah, and especially I feel like when they're there for a long time, it's nice to have the people that can actually speak their language.
Yeah, 100%. It's very hard being in, a place where you get...
Un poquito.
Un poquito.
And I laugh. It's like, that's how I get on my good side, and I'm like, sorry. Like, I'm just like, I'm sorry.
I'm cute. But yeah, so I had them for like months at this point, and then finally this patient like had to go to like a different hospital because they were not getting better. And I'm like going to a tattoo appointment with my sister. We were getting matching tattoos, and
her sister, who looks very, very, very much like her. Like,
and I was with my boyfriend at the time, who was not my ex. So me, him, and my sister went to this tattoo appointment. And also, this is a tattoo that I'm getting on my rib cage. So I like had to like strip down to like a sports bra. And I'm like, I walk in the room, and I like hear like a noise, and I like turn my head, and it's this patient's son sitting in the other tattoo chair getting a tattoo as I'm walking in, and I'm like, hey. I like didn't know how to react, because this was the first time too that I had ever seen like a family member, and it was this patient's family member who I was actually like close to. Like they cooked food for me, they brought me things, like very close to them, and I like really bonded with them. So it was like seeing them there and then being like, hey, like, how you doing? And I knew that this patient had died at that point too, so I was like, hey. And he's like getting a tattoo on his bicep, and I was like,
and then it's okay. Like, what do you even say in public?
I know, that's the thing too, because like obviously the people that I'm around don't know
And
So
it's like, what are you gonna do? Pretend it's not you? Like, it's one thing to run into someone that looks just like someone to be like, oh no, it's somebody else.
It's not me.
You know?
Yeah.
And it's like, oh my god, do I really look that bad right now? I look like how I look at work.
Yeah.
But her sister looking so much like her, it's like, that is too much of a coincidence.
Well, that's what he said. He was like, I saw your sister and she looked so much like you, so I knew. And then I saw you and I was like, that is. Yeah. So we had a little bit of chit chat, but then I proceeded to directly in front of him, get on the table to get this tattoo. No, literally. And it was so awkward too, because rib tattoos are so painful. Like, my tattoo artist was even like, I don't even have any. She had face tattoos. She was like, I don't even have any rib tattoos. No, literally, I had to stop several times because I was shaking so hard. I was about to pass out, and she had to get me like pixie sticks to like raise my blood sugar because I was like about to pass out. It was so painful. And he's just sitting there, like, getting his tattoo. Was it worth it? Like, oh yeah, it was worth it. It didn't take that long, but it was just, I was like, that was really painful, but,
I couldn't deal with that.
That was that story. Thankfully, you know, at least it was a patient that I, like, kind of felt, like, close to and bonded to, because I feel like if it was, like, a patient that I just had for a while and, like, whatever, then...
it was, like, creepy or something.
Oh, yeah, that would have been way worse.
Rescheduling this appointment.
I would have been like, I don't know. But, yeah, so that was crazy.
So what would you say is one of your most out-of-pocket patient interactions that you've had?
Out-of-pocket, like, inappropriate?
Just, like, maybe out-of-left-field comment, inappropriate.
I don't know. I mean, there's been, especially in my old job, there's a lot of, like, old men that would just say really, like, crazy sexual things to me, and I would not know how to react, or, like, would just get a boner, and I'd be like...
I
don't know what to do.
Call me into his room to tell me that he had morning wood for the first time since he started his blood pressure medication or something. It's like, we should let the doctor know this. And I was like,
I don't think he's gonna want to know that.
I was like, yeah, tell him when he comes in.
Yeah, maybe you communicate that to him, not me. Oh my god, I remember there was this one older woman who she was delirious, like she was completely out of her mind, and I had to wear PPE, like I had to wear a gown every time I entered her room, and she was just like paranoid, like she wouldn't take any pills for me or anything, and I was trying to just like stay in there and like, you know, build this like trust with her, and like kept trying because she would forget every 5 seconds like who I was, so then I would be like, okay, you want to take them now? And she
I love a 2-second Sally.
2-second Sally, for real. And she, at one point, she told me, no, I'm not taking anything from you. You're a terrorist. Get out of my room. And then she said, you're trying to feed me ecstasy pills, and you are a terrorist. And I was like, I just couldn't help myself from laughing at that point because I was like, a terrorist? Girl, I'm just trying to give you your fucking metformin. Like, I'm just trying to, like, I don't know if it was really metformin, but I was like, I'm just trying to give you your fucking, like, daily shit.
Chill.
I should have.
Don't tell anybody that. I literally be like, chill.
Well, I just, like, it was so shocking to me that I just had to laugh because I was like, me? I was like, if we had ecstasy, maybe I would try to give you some, but we do not. Dude, so that was crazy.
I recently had a patient who, you're gonna like this. She lived in like a group home or something, and like she had some mental health issues and stuff, and she came in the hospital and we were gonna discharge her, but because of like there was no transportation or something. Well, it was first a lie I made up, but then it actually ended up being the truth, I guess. That there wasn't enough like transportation for her to go back that day, and then they obviously didn't have enough over the weekend, so she was gonna have to stay. Yeah. Oh boy, she did not like that. She was screaming all day, and I'd go in the room and be like, "Yo, what the fuck?" No, I just say that. I was like, "Yo, what's going on? What's going on?" And she's like, "I hate you. I'm mad at you. You lied to me." And I'm like, "I didn't lie. Don't call me a liar. That's not true." And I'm like, "This is what I said. This is what I found out. Like, I'm on your side. Relax." And then at the end of the day, I finally was just like, why don't we treat this like a sleepover? Like, if you have to be here, why don't we make the most of it? And then maybe tomorrow you'll get to go. And I knew she wasn't going to go home, but I was telling everybody. In the morning the next day, I ran and told the doctor, the case manager, anyone that was going to go in there, tell her there's a chance she's going home every day until she leaves. Because she's not going to deal with it well. She was having a meltdown. I almost had to get her a sitter. She was going crazy. But then we were chill, you know? And she, as long as you just, like, didn't bother her, she'd be fine. Like, you might be able to get her vitals if you were bringing the lunch in. And then I was like, Mom, get you like ice cream, mac and cheese. She's like, ice cream maybe. 2 ice creams. And I'd be like, okay. And then she's like, and I want coffee. And then I call the kitchen. I'm like, I need decaf. I almost said decaf coffee. Because it's like, it's 6 o'clock.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not fucking doing that. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not doing that to the night shift. But earlier, I was helping another patient who like had like an issue. I actually had to help him with a medical issue. And Lucio went in to see her, and she goes, "Get out of here, you white bitch!" And he goes, "Hey, that's not me." And I was like, "Hey, that's my name. Don't wear it out." You know what I mean? Like, don't say that.
That's great.
The next day, she didn't call me that, and I said, "Yo, don't say that. That's rude." And then I'm like, "Do you want to be restrained when they start to hit you?"
Oh,
I'm like,
God,
"Do you want me to get restrained? I don't want to have to do that. Like, let's just be chill."
Yeah.
What's with all? Why are we getting?
Why the violence?
What's with the
Why
violence?
the violence?
I'll get you ice cream. What do you want? Like,
Yeah.
I'm not paying that much to be here. Like, as long as, like, there's things I can do for you. Like,
Yeah.
I like to compromise, you know.
Oh yeah. Sure. You got
Why'd you go to UMass?
Oh, they gave me a lot of money. I don't know.
Yeah, that's
I definitely wanted to move away from. I'm from Vermont originally. I wanted to move away from Vermont.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering. Instead of doing like
instead of UVM, yeah. And I had done some research. I don't know. They just rebranded though. Their new logo sucks. But anyway, that's a whole other discussion. But I had toured it. I actually really liked the vibe, and I felt like that was a big part for me because I had done research on like the good nursing schools in the area, and UMass came up as like one of them.
Yeah.
So, but I had toured a couple other places, what's that one in Connecticut? That's like, starts with an E. Endicott. No, Endicott. Fairfield. I definitely, I toured Fairfield.
Endicott's in Beverly.
Oh, right. Yeah, no, I toured Fairfield. I toured a couple different places, and I just really liked the vibe at UMass. I had no idea the like ZooMass stereotype.
Really?
I had no idea because I lived in Vermont. Like nobody that I knew
also
went
to
there.
high school with like literally like 13 people.
Oh, okay, 16. But yeah, but yes, but yeah. So I loved that there was a lot of people there. That was another thing of it. It was like I wanted to go to a school with a lot of people. So
that must have been hard. Like
no, it was great.
Like
it was not hard at all. I loved it because
just going to a school.
Oh, going to a small school. Oh yeah, going to a small school was hard.
That must have been like, oh my god, hell yeah! This
it was great.
Like, invisible, you know what I mean? Like that must have been so freeing.
Well, yeah, and I just also felt like there's so many people that I can like talk to and like make friends with, and like
it just must have been so drama being in such a small school.
It was. I mean, I loved the people and I loved it there, but it was a lot, especially going through your awkward like high school phases. For me, anyway, some of them were a little awkward.
Like you guys must be super tight, but.
A few of us are, but most of us have kind of scattered because we're like, you know, but I don't know. We have our 10-year reunions like in a couple years, so
yeah, that
we'll
must
see
be.
how
I feel
that
like
goes.
that would be one worth going to because it's like so few people.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm probably gonna go to mine, and then like everyone's gonna be like, "Oh my god, Julie's so hot! Wow!"
Period. Go out. Wear your brat.
Look how white my teeth are. You know what I mean? Like
wear your brat One Direction shirt.
Oh yeah. I love this shit.
I love it.
When I won the Beer Olympics last year that my brother had, I was like blacked out, and I was like, I had seen this shirt on an Instagram ad, and I was like, I fucking need that shirt, and I ordered it. And then when it came in the mail, I was like, OMG, I love this. You know what I mean? Like it was crazy. I was so happy.
It's incredible.
It's incredible. I love it. Perfect way to describe it. All right, Megan, as the legal spouse of Ariana Grande, what is your favorite Ari era?
Oh, my favorite Ari era. No, you know what? It's gotta just be the Thank You Next / Sweetener Tour era. Because, I mean, that was just the best. There was so much happening. I feel like it sucks because, like, she was at her worst, like, mentally during that era. But her career was blowing up.
It's like the 1989 effect where it's like peak Taylor's eating disorder, but it was such a great era in her career in every other aspect. So it's like hard to reminisce on because of knowing that, but then at the same time, it's like so fucking iconic.
No, it was so iconic. She served looks during that time. She served looks. Her music was popping. Yeah. Like she was releasing.
Like I still think about One Direction being like they enslaved those men. You know what I mean?
Well, she also released so much music in so little. It was like a year, and she had released 2 albums.
That
so it was like
crazy.
It was incredible. And then it was also like for me a fun time because like. Oh, well, yeah. But for me, it was a fun time too because I was like going to Spain and like I'd just broken
Yeah.
up and I was like living my life
Dude,
like
it was
with all this
so
music. It was
iconic.
amazing.
So
I
iconic.
love it. Like to this day, I look back at that era.
I forever remember when Thank You Next dropped. Like, I don't know, how could you not?
Where it's
How
like,
could you not?
where
It was
were
so
you?
iconic, and she was
Where
on
were
all
you?
her exes like that. She was,
Yeah.
where were you? I was in my dorm. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? I was in
I
Kennedy.
was walking
I was
from-
in Kennedy Tower.
I was walking from
20
Kennedy
20,
to
2014.
yeah. I was walking from. I remember listening to Imagine, one of the singles.
Oh, I love that song.
Walking to the
Yes.
gym from my dorm. I walking through the honors college. I remember it so
Dude,
vividly.
I would listen to that song and just cry.
Yeah.
Like, even today,
Yeah.
that shit.
Yeah.
Oh, I love it. We're real Ari lovers in this
Oh, yeah.
house.
No, I was saying like
That's
Julie,
my
like
girl.
you're my like. I feel like
Arinator?
you're my Arinator friend. Like I literally texted you when Nona died. Like you're
God,
like,
that was so hard. I literally was like so
I know.
sad.
Rest in peace. Rest in
I
power,
know.
Nona.
I know. Rest in power. No, that's so true. What is your fave Ari hairstyle or look?
Ooh.
Just a look of hers.
She did this one Vogue photo shoot that was just. It was like her natural curly hair.
God.
Was it? I don't
I
remember
think
if
it was.
but I'm just
Was this a
thinking of
couple
this
years
one.
ago?
No, it was a while ago. I just remember it was probably during the whole era, but it was just very natural. Like it was her like natural hair, and it was like sunlight on her, and she looked very like bronze almost. But like, ooh, that she's my wife, y'all. Like, what can I say? Like, but yeah, and I mean, I will say she had this whole era that people called Arigato Grande because she.
Yeah, but it was iconic. Come on.
It was like
Come
iconic.
on,
Like
Thank
you
You
can't
Next
deny.
era.
Well, like no, it was
With
like
the barbecue on her hand or whatever.
well that, but also no, it was like the it was like
That tattoo artist
post positions era.
Yes. Ooh, yeah.
She had this just like more natural brown hair
Yes.
era.
I
She
think it was
looked
when
very
she was auditioning for Glinda, probably.
yes, yep. She
Yes.
served looks during that time as well as she always does. But
Newlywed era.
her newlywed era, I know, I hate to say it. Well, and I hated it too.
I love Positions. You know that I'm like a diehard
I
Positions
know.
stan.
It grew on me. The album grew on me, but I was angry at the time because, you know, that's my wife right there. She just got married to this fuck-ass white man. I'm like...
I thought he was like Hispanic.
No, just because his last name is Gomez? He's like a real estate agent from fucking Pasadena. Like, what do you mean? He's like the whitest of the white.
I mean, I just thought he was like a white Hispanic person.
Oh, well, to be
You know what I mean?
to be
Like-
completely honest, I don't know his whole heritage, but
Me either. I wasn't trying to assume. I just like.
I am
guessed.
trying to assume because I hate him and he's the worst. And yeah,
You heard it here first.
You heard it here first. This fuck ass
I would
man.
say maybe one of my favorite Ari looks of all time is the photo of her and Mac Miller at I think it's the AMAs and she's like this.
I was just thinking
Yes,
with
like
the black feather boa. Oh,
Yeah.
girl. Oh, and you know her at the Grammys with that gray dress. I love that one too.
that one.
She's like Cinderella
Cinderella,
vibes.
yeah.
Because you know that Mac Miller song
I
Cinderella.
know.
R.I.P. Another R.I.P.
I know, bro.
Pour one out for Mac Miller.
I know. All right, ignoring their faults. So you have to put out like cheating and things like that. on your
Okay,
mind.
all right.
Who's your favorite Ariana X? Jay Brooks.
Does it have to be not Mac? Because I mean Mac. It has to be Mac.
Obviously Mac, but I know that. But we're gonna have to pick somebody else because then it needs to be a more interesting question.
Yeah, you're right.
Jay Brooks, Big Sean, Ricky, Pete Davidson, Dalton. I don't know if her and SpongeBob are still together, and I can't think of what his name is.
Definitely not him.
I know.
SpongeBob, Ethan Slater.
Yes. Sorry.
So I
will say, hold on a moment for him for a second. I really, dude, I tend to judge a book by its cover. Not always, but sometimes we all do. Come on, be honest. You don't know anything else about them. But I watched this video about how he kind of like made the whole SpongeBob on Broadway thing and like how that whole thing came to be and like, my respect points for him. Like, I didn't really know him at all, but then I was like, that's actually pretty cool that like they did all that. But like, that's unrelated to his relationship with Ariana, and I wouldn't fuck a guy that was doing that. I have to say.
Yeah, that's fair. I will say I think he is probably a talented actor.
Yeah.
But I don't wish to know this man any more than I already do.
I feel like who is there to pick besides Mac Miller? Yeah, but like
honestly,
Nathan
like the Big Sean era was kind of iconic.
Oh, I love that song too.
Yeah, Best Mistake.
Yes, I
underrated.
Love Best Mistake. And then what's the other one?
Right there. Yep.
There,
Yeah. That one's pretty good too. I think that's one of her favorites from that
I
era,
just feel
but
like it was like iconic. That was before they
yeah.
were together though. In the video,
Right.
the video was so iconic to me, honestly, more than the
Yeah.
song. Have you seen it? We'll have to watch it. It's
We'll have to
really
watch
they do
it.
like a masquerade party. It's like kind of iconic.
Yeah,
just
no,
saying.
it is.
And that like at the time it came out too, I was like in like middle school and I was like, oh my god, slay.
But everybody, I mean, I don't know. I feel like she also had some cringy moments in that era. Do you remember Bad Decisions? That's such a good song, but when she literally sings about having that hood love, to quote that song, I'm like, all right, girl, what are we talking about here? She didn't write her own songs. She didn't write her own songs at that point, I will say.
Dude, it was
but
so
that song is really
iconic
good.
when she sang the Harry Styles song, Just a Little Bit of Your Heart. Iconic. And he sang that when I saw him in concert and I was like,
the really funny thing is I saw a video recently of Justin Bieber flirting with her and her like 100% shutting it down. And I was like, could you imagine? No, and they're in the car together. Have you seen that one? Oh my god.
yeah.
Because I'm like, damn, like, could you imagine if that happened? I feel like he's kind of her type too. Like,
totally, but I feel like they work in the same label, so she wasn't gonna play around.
Yeah, no, that makes. I mean, the one smart decision she's made about exes and men. Yeah,
we've all been there.
She was almost low key with a woman. I forget how to say her name.
No.
Najomza. I don't know how to say her name. Najomza. It was like an artist that she was. They had. Girl, that's a whole Twitter conspiracy theory I could get you into, but she.
Get me into this. I want to hear about this.
She posted
you can show me later. I need to see
I'll show you.
So, yeah.
There's a whole thread of like I remember when it was happening. It was during like the Thank You Next era, and she was like
Meanwhile,
posting.
I'm like anti-Larry's and Gator fans, and I'm like, I need to hear about this.
She was posting like videos of them like snuggling and like almost kissing in the car, and I was literally screaming so loud I was about to puke from my window. So I was like, "Be with a woman, please."
Dude, and her and Liz Gillies are kind of LGBTQ too.
Nah, they're homies. They've been homies.
No,
since...
I know they are, but they, you know what I mean. So like,
that's bro. Have you? Oh my god! I just learned this new Gen Z slang called like huz. People have been saying like huz. Have you heard that?
No.
Calling someone the huz is like it's like hose. Yeah, or husband or like hose. Like someone's a hoe. Like you got the huz. But then I learned this other word called brodini because my friend Candace's, or not my friend, oh my god, my sister Candace's friend, we were FaceTiming her the other day, and she was like, I don't know if I'm brodini or the huz to him. And I was like, whoa, take a step back. We need to explain what just happened. So it's basically like, I don't know if I'm like just a friend or like more to this guy is what she was saying. But I just thought it was so funny saying, like, I don't know if I'm brodini or the huz.
I'm gonna start saying this because if I was gonna be like, I don't know, I feel like it's not gonna stick, and then it's like I'm gonna clearly call this episode like brodini versus the huz.
Shout out to Chris, you're so funny. She literally was. Steven knows her, by the way. She like went to high school with her and sat with her at the lunch table. But she literally was like talking about Snapchatting this guy, and she was like, he left me delivered for 5 hours. I don't know if I'm brodini or the huz. And she goes, I don't even know if I even am brodini or just another Instagram follower. And I was like, damn.
Even mean?
I guess just a bro. I mean, so all that to say, Ariana and Liz Gillies are definitely brodini.
Yeah, they definitely are. But like, you know what I mean? But then if she's like that with someone that she's good friends with, then she could be like that with someone else.
No, but she's not posting with Liz Gillies like cuddling and shit. Like, it was a whole other level of like.
Yeah, that's fair.
And it was like, you know how Ariana will just post like little pictures with like little hearts, like when it's like her and a man or something. Like it was giving very like her in a relationship, and it was like.
When was this? What time frame?
This was her single era before she was with Dalton.
Okay,
so it was like one of those in between. It was like.
I think I know what you're talking about, but for some reason, like I need to see this name written down.
Yeah, I'll show you later. Because it's Najomza. It was like the Swedish girl.
I might know what you're talking about. I was gonna say I might totally think that it's pronounced in a totally wrong way.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
I probably am not saying it right, but.
Okay, who's your favorite artist that Ari put you on to?
Ooh.
Mine's Imogen Heap. That's like, and Fruit Room, because that's a big, I feel like, Ari throwback for when she posted.
I will say, I knew Imogen Heap before.
Well, I knew like some of the songs that I would hear, but I wasn't like into her music really, and I feel like I got into her other music that wasn't the bigger singles.
Yeah.
And then obviously I'm more into Fruit, which I love, Holding Out for a Hero that Frou did.
Oh, yep.
And A New Kind of Love. I fucking love that song.
I'm like trying to think of who Ari put me on to.
If anyone, but I feel like that's like, I always remember that being like a big time where I started listening to her music.
Victoria Monet, I guess.
That's true. That's very true.
Because she really put her on, like, I don't want to say she put her on the map because she is successful, not just only because of Ariana,
but more like the mainstream, you know.
Yeah,
I mean?
like
she did have a big following before, but
right, but she's very talented.
I agree. Recommend. I almost want to say Ty Dolla $ign, and I'm like not a big fan of his, but I just love Safety Net. I just fucking love Safety Net, that song, bro.
But imagine how much better Safety Net would have been without him on there. Just saying.
Yeah, but I feel like, I guess you're right.
It's such a beautiful song.
I just love that song so much.
And every time it goes, let your guard down, I'm like, oh, fucking shit. Like, this song was so good before you. Like,
that is so funny.
But, no, yeah, that song is beautiful.
That's fair. Or if it was just like someone else, I just love that song.
No, it is a good song.
What is something you would love to see Ari do in her career?
Oh, I love all these Ariana questions.
I had to. We always talk about her.
I know. Something I would like to see her do in her career. I know she loves acting. Obviously, like, I want her to be happy and, like, do what she wants to do. And I know she just wants to do a lot of acting right now. Mm-hmm. And she doesn't really want to do more music as of right now. I feel like she's kind of over
I want a Christmas album. I want another one. I love it. Bro, all year I listen to that music, shit. Joe's like, here we go again.
But then it wouldn't be as good. I feel like it wouldn't be as good. Like, I feel like she's peaked with her Christmas stuff. But I do feel like...
I think it's just, like, it could be better. Like, I think it was so good that I think she has more in her.
I feel like I just want her to... Like, first of all, come back to Twitter.
Fun. Oh, yeah.
I miss her on Twitter, even though I know Twitter isn't really what it was. But
X?
I know. Fuck that shit. But I want her to kind of, like, stylistically change back to...
R&B.
Yeah, and also just, like, in terms of, like, girl, do those eyebrows differently. Like, I'm so sorry. I love you to death. Like, I think I want her to go back to being a brunette, and I want her to, like, still focus on, you know, being happy and everything. Do whatever you want to do. I will eat it up, whatever you do, but, like, please stop being blonde. Like, please. Like, I just can't.
Megan's like, that's not my type.
It's really not. I'm not into blondes, like, usually, so I'm like, no, girl. But yeah,
I do think she looks beautiful. I love like
she always looks beautiful.
I know. I like as a brunette. I love brunette representation. I know that sounds crazy.
Oh yeah, that's fair.
No, I love her. I'd love another R&B album just because I love that and like
yep.
It's just like I become addicted to it. You know what I mean? Every time. Oh my god.
Well, and I feel like in her most recent album, she was trying very hard to have a softer register.
Yeah. Okay,
and I feel like I want her to go back to like that booming voice that I know she has.
We do not say negative things about Eternal Sunshine in this.
Oh, never. Oh God, no. I love Eternal Sunshine, but
fucking kill you.
No, girl. Trust me, I agree. I love it too. But I like I said, like I want that Ari back.
I know.
I want that Ari back so bad.
All right. So obviously we're always obsessed with Ariana Grande, but moving on to our slightly obsessed list, I'm going to go with, I went to this place yesterday. So there's just like this East Regiment Beer Company in Salem, and like, it's right by where like Turner's is. And, which is another restaurant that I do like, but I think it's owned by someone who's like went to Mass Maritime. So, you know, Joe like put me on that shit, but they opened a crazy good kitchen in there and there wasn't one before. And I got, like, maybe the best burger I've ever had. It was so fucking good. They had milkshakes there, and they had, like, loaded fries and shit. And I was like, how have I never been here? But Joe said that they only added the Crazy Good Kitchen, like, last year.
Oh.
So it wasn't as crazy. And then, like, you know, he banned us from going out to eat for a couple months because he's, like, a money saver or whatever.
Oh, my God. Ooh. No,
next thing, you actually have to go. It was so good.
Good.
I could go again today. This summer I turned pretty. I've been making Joe re-stream it with me. He hasn't seen all of it, but I love that show because it's coming out this week. And it's like, team. Have you guys watched it? No. Yes, Shelby does. Woo! I'm Team Conrad. Yes, yeah, we got another Team Conrad girl over here. I love him.
I feel like my cousin watched that show. I feel
and
like
it's like Jeremiah is so hot. He's so nice and everything, but it's like
sister, I don't know.
it's just like, how are you gonna date your brother? It's like the same way I feel about Wicked. What is with these people going after their friend's significant other? It's like, yeah, I know Glinda only dated him for like clout or whatever, but like, if I was Alphaba, I'd move on, girl.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's
Like,
fair.
you're literally the Wicked Witch of the West. You could get anybody. Guys are into that.
Well, I don't think well, that's a whole other thing about Wicked, but I don't think she really wanted to be into him, but she just couldn't deny it after time. You know what I mean?
I'm just
she,
like
the whole thing is she's like, no, I don't want you. And
okay,
then over time she's like, I can't deny it anymore. I'm so in love with you.
What if that was like what if you felt that way about me or Shelby's boyfriend? You see what I'm saying? Isn't it different when you think of real people? It's different when it's fucking what's his
but
name?
if it was like an acquaintance's boyfriend, I'd be like,
but they were good friends.
Oh yeah, wait, when did I watch? I feel like maybe
2
Candace.
years ago was when season 2
came
out.
I think maybe Candace was watching this, and I like watched a couple episodes with her,
love
or maybe it was Libby.
I
don't
honestly
know.
love Belly. Like, she drives me crazy, but I love her. Skylar the
Belly
cousin
is crazy.
Not really needed in this show, but I feel bad hating because I just don't want to like pile on. But obviously, I had to
Thank
bring
you,
it up.
thank you, co-host for the.
Thank you, our producer over here.
Yeah.
But I fucking love that show. I love it, and it's like, you know, I'm in love with everybody, and I love it.
Yeah.
And it's so good, and it's like just like being like a kid in high school and being like drunk with your friends in the summer. It's like that's just so fun. Like the nostalgia.
Yeah.
I wish I was rich like these people though.
Fair.
I know, dude. Literally, it's like I'm living.
I know. I'm like, that's not how I was.
Like even just like having that many cute boys like me. Like a couple guys like me,
Too.
but there weren't that many cute ones that liked me. You know what I'm saying?
Girl, I'm like, coming from a class of 16 people, I know what you're talking about. No offense. None of them are gonna listen to this, so that's fine.
Yeah.
I'm
like, I got every listener I can get. I'm gonna send this to them and do a
No.
I can talk shit about you.
No. I'm not talking shit about anything.
No,
anyone. Everyone's beautiful.
No, but it is like.
Is that a rat?
Where?
Over by that yellow chair. I just saw it move.
It could be because might not. Well, that's a bag of fireworks that someone let there.
Oh.
People literally have lit
I thought
so
I saw
many-
it move.
It could, but
I don't
people.
know.
It could be like picking around in the bag of trash because somebody left a bag of trash there a couple of days ago.
Gross.
The amount of fireworks lit off at this apartment building, like obviously, yeah, it's on the water, but like, bro, pick up after yourself. And like somebody lit a bush on fire, and Joe was putting it out yesterday. It was
Oh my
crazy.
God.
And then the fire department just came when we started filming this.
Oh right,
and we're
yeah.
like,
yeah.
how could we forget?
How could we forget?
It was crazy.
It's been a whirlwind.
Yeah, it's been crazy. But anyway, stream Summer I Turned Pretty. I love it. And I love that Lola Tongue is into Coach because I love Coach bags. I love it. She's one of their partners, you know? My One Deep Rot shirt is obviously an obsession of mine.
Hell yeah.
And then I actually just bought these sunglasses on Amazon for my trip. Oh, this is going to fall over. But
I'm like, hopefully this is still recording video too.
it is, but...
Okay, cool.
Shelby's like...
Thank you,
And then
producer
I'm
Shelby.
obsessed with these. All right, Megan, what are you obsessed with?
Oh, was that all
Are
of
they
yours, or
cute?
are we like alternating?
I just did 4, yeah.
Oh shit. Okay.
I'm also obsessed with Richardson's ice cream, which is always a staple for me, but I love the Milky Way and the salty caramel pretzel. And me and Jamie, we got that added to the menu because we literally would always get it, and then Jamie's like, how do we get it off the specials list and on the main menu? I'm like, I think if we just like tell them and start telling them, and then people would be like, oh my god, that looks so good, what are you guys getting? And we'd be like, oh, the salty caramel pretzel, and they'd be like, oh my god, I'm gonna get that. And we'd be like, yeah, and tell them to add it to the main menu. We love this. And then like I don't know, a month later got added.
Wow.
It was awesome. Yeah,
Love
yeah.
that.
But I'm obsessed. All right, Megan, go.
Okay. I asked Julie because I was like, does this all have to be like media, like music and TV shows, or can it be anything? She was like, girl, I put random shit on there too. So I put my my new coconut vanilla native body lotion.
Ooh,
I've just been smelling good, love it. I wrote Tate McRae. Okay,
I love her,
she's
dude.
my guilty pleasure.
That's so true. I love her, bro.
Her album, her newest album, I feel like it, like we were saying.
I'm mispossessive. That's how I feel.
Anyway, I feel like people talk a lot of shit about her on Twitter because she's not that great of a vocalist. As you know, Julie, I love a good vocalist. But I would say she's an amazing dancer. I feel like she has that star quality about her.
She definitely does. And I think her voice is good. It's not like she's a bad voice, but it's like not everybody has a huge range.
Right.
And also
like Taylor Swift doesn't have a great voice. She's amazing. There, I'll say it. Everybody knows this.
Well,
she does not have the range.
She has a good voice, but she doesn't have like the range of Ariana Grande, and that's the same thing about
Right.
Tate McRae. And
Yes.
people hate on that, and it's like, everyone
but she
has a
can
different
dance
voice
her
that does
ass
it.
off.
Yeah, and it's like
and she's sexy
yeah.
as hell. Like,
and I love that she's with Kid Laroi. I think it's so cute. It's like the Justin and Selena of this generation, but hopefully they stay together. And
I like her style. Like, and her newest album like sounds a lot like Thank You Next. And I found out it's because it's one of the same producers that was on Thank You Next.
Oh yeah,
so
you were telling me that. I love that.
Max,
album.
whatever his name is.
Oh, yeah.
So I wrote that for sure. I've been listening to that. It's just like a fun summer soundtrack too. Like I feel like I like having like lighthearted. Sue me, all right, sue me.
I love how music.
The $5 meal deal at Dunkin'.
I actually love that. I love it
because I can get my iced coffee and I can get my wake up wraps. I love a good wake up wrap because it's like smaller than a sandwich.
Sometimes I'll get it and I'll bring it into work, but I don't drink coffee, so I'll just give someone the coffee.
No, I love
it's literally like cheaper than buying the sandwich and the hash browns on their own.
Literally, they changed it from the sandwich to the wake up wraps, which is perfect for me because I love the wake up wraps.
I used to get the sandwich when you go skiing and shit.
Yeah, and then. The Wicked soundtrack, as always. I always listen to that, especially like when I was on the plane. I was listening to that because I feel like it's good, like plane music for when you're just like trying to chill out. And then this one's might be a little bit darker, but I've been obsessed for some reason with the Astroworld documentary. I talked to you about this.
You were telling me about that. I haven't seen it yet.
Because I remember when Astroworld happened, like the tragedy that happened at Astroworld, which is a music fest put on by Travis Scott.
Followed by the tragedy that was the Travis Scott meal at McDonald's. No, I'm just kidding.
Fuck.
That was inappropriate. And I hate to say it, and I'm like, I wouldn't consider myself a Travis Scott stan. And for a while, I wouldn't even have been like, I'm a fan of Travis Scott. And then Joe was like, you really listen to a lot of Travis Scott music. And I was like, I guess I do, but it's like, in high school, it's like we listen to Travis Scott and smoke weed.
In high school, yeah. And I feel like in our freshman year of college.
90210. Rodeo was so good.
I went to a Travis Scott set at Osheaga.
Oh my god.
It was at Osheaga. Or wait, no. It was Boston Calling. You're right.
Wait, you're going to be mic drop at this one.
With my ex.
Maria featuring Justin Bieber? I love
Maria.
that one. No, that's
that one?
No, Maria, I'm drunk.
Oh, no, I haven't heard this one.
Shit, somebody give me your phone. Mine's recording.
We can't give Travis Scott the stream.
No, I can cut it out. I just want to show you guys the song. No, I love this song. I listen to it all the time. Maria, I'm drunk.
Isn't there a Justin Bieber song that goes like that?
Yeah, there is Maria. I realized, and then I was like, no, Ryan, I did say the wrong name, but let me hold it to the mic.
Let me hold it to the mic.
It's so good. Okay, it's also Young Thug. I'm gonna go to Justin Bieber's part.
Oh, this song. I have heard this song.
Where's Justin? Okay. Each other's night. I love this song.
We turn this into karaoke instead.
Shelby's doing a little dance. I love this song. Yeah, anyways, iconic. But yeah, and then all those people died at Astroworld. That was horrible.
No, it was crazy.
Dude, the Astroworld party for Stormy was crazy too.
Girl. So I had known about what had happened at the time, but like I feel like the apology came out and everybody was kind of making it into a meme, like, oh, this sucky apology that he did, and then it kind of faded from like
did he come out and
the
do
media.
The Batman costume?
Well, he had he had like an interview too with like Charlemagne the God, like addressing everything, but it was so shitty. Like it was not well formulated or anything.
Did he just like not stop the show?
No. And he was told to stop the show by multiple people. So this documentary that just came out on Netflix, it like goes into all the logistics of everything and basically talking about who was at fault. And it was Live Nation. It was the production company that put this on. Obviously, Travis did not have that much like freedom in planning the whole thing because he's just the artist. He's just the creative. Yeah. But at the same time, during the show, like there's all this debate about like, oh, did he know anything that was happening? He literally saw an ambulance.
People just stampeding.
People were stampeding. It was a crowd crush because he was encouraging people. He was encouraging people to break down the gates to get into the festival, and they had already oversold the tickets. So he was literally telling people like, rush the gates on Twitter, and so they did. And so I know, and like literally a 9-year-old died. Like all these people died. So
who
tragic.
the hell brought a 9-year-old to Travis Scott?
Well, that's a whole other issue. And that dad still likes Travis Scott, which is also another issue. But anyway, I've just been obsessed with it because all these people on TikTok are posting their POVs of like when they were there. Like, because everybody, as you know, like are taking videos at concerts. So a bunch of people are taking videos and then they like pan and there's like people getting CPR on the ground. Like, it's crazy. And I feel like it really wasn't talked about that much when it first happened.
Meanwhile, he's in the back like, I'm the highest in the room.
People died too. I'm the highest in the room. Can you imagine? And he's literally in the background going, hope I make it out of here. And there's people getting CPR on the ground. Isn't that fucking insane? Like, and then hearing, like, these different songs, and I'm like, it's just eerie as hell. Eerie as hell.
Can you imagine dying to that?
Like, that's insane. And I think the first song so people were already dying as he was singing the first song. Was it plugged in all the way?
Yeah, it was. I just was checking. It just didn't look it sounded fine earlier, but I was like, why does it look like it's not plugged in?
But, yeah.
I'll have to check that out.
It's just an insane set of circumstances, and I think that more people died than they recorded because they only recorded the people who had tickets who died at the festival. And so there were definitely a lot more people. People who were there were saying that they were seeing like piles of people. Like, there were definitely a lot more that died. So my heart goes out to them. Not to make this really fucking morbid, but I've just been like on this wave of like, damn, like this is crazy.
We should talk about it. It's like, we can't just like, I'm sick. I was saying to Joe, like, sometimes, and obviously this is a little different, but it's in the same vein of like, I get like people, like I'm on the team of like, I don't want to talk about depressing shit all the time, but like, if you don't talk about it, just like pretend like things aren't happening, like I don't understand that side of it either. Like, and sometimes people be like, oh, Julie, don't talk about politics, or don't talk about this or that. It's like, I get that, and it's like, I get there's certain circumstances, whatever, but it's like, these people that are crazy people have no problem saying their opinion and doing whatever they want wherever they go. So why should I hold back?
Right.
Like, if the fear is that they're going to shoot me, all right. You know what I'm saying? Like, I could see that.
Julie, who's going to shoot you?
If they're like I don't know.
Oh, okay.
If they shoot my
if you have
finger
extreme.
And then it grows back.
Oh my god.
Like,
yeah.
I don't know. You know what I mean? If I'm like, I don't know,
Shoot
someone
my
over
ear and
here
it
is a
grows
fucking
back.
psycho, pro-gun person.
Yeah.
But not saying all pro-gun people are psychos, but I'm talking about the people that are.
Right.
The people that play too many video games or whatever, but
right.
yeah, but I just like, I don't agree with that. Like, I feel like these things are like far too normalized. Like, remember, was it today or yesterday? Something happened in Texas and like the water rose so much and there's like 20 girls missing, 20 dead.
I heard about that.
Girls missing, like,
yeah.
And people are like, oh, well, their parents like might have voted for Trump. It's like, okay, that's the same energy of like, let's do another Hunger Games with the kids in the Capitol, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, and it's like, I actually read that somewhere, so I can't really take credit for that, but it is true. And it's like, I don't know, like, why is that so normalized? Like, if that was 10 years ago, that would have been on the news for months.
Yeah.
And like, all this shit is so normalized. Like, I'm sick of it.
I know.
I'm sick of it.
But then it's like, what do we...
Like, the Nazi salute at the presidential inauguration thing? Or
I know. We kind of just blew over that, didn't we?
I know. And I was like, oh, sorry, he was so passionate. You know what I mean?
Well, it's
like,
also because, I mean, you have to think about who controls the media now.
I know.
That's
and it's
why.
literally him.
So, of course, we blow over these things because we're just like, all right, on to the next thing, and then we don't really, But what are we going to do? That's why we start podcasts and talk about this shit.
I know. Maybe it's like my inner French person, but I'm like...
You're an inner French person?
Well, I have a little bit of... I'm mostly Irish. If you ask
I was going to say, Julie, you're Irish as fuck.
I am, but my mom's mom was like... she is like, I think, half French or quarter French or something.
Oh,
so there's a little bit of French.
You're like an eighth
but
French.
I've seen the family tree traced all the way back, and I think that's where that comes from. That inner French wanting to revolt. But I don't know. That and like all the books we read when we were younger. Like, people thought George Bush was bad, and that was bad. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
People being like, well, if we had Mitt Romney, we wouldn't be here where we are now. And it's like, I know you're not trying to blame Obama for this shit right now.
Right.
Like,
I mean, hey,
well,
all of them played their part.
I mean, you know who I'm going to say?
Who?
RBG. Why the fuck did she not step down when Obama was in office? That was stupid. It's not just her, but that was... Okay, I can't even get into this. Okay, if you have any other obsessions...
I'm like, girl, I don't know enough about that.
I know, I'm like, I could go on about... But anyways, like, I don't want to be afraid to say these things because...
I appreciate that.
They're not afraid to go out there and be like, I hate gay people. And it's like, well, maybe I fucking hate you, bro. And I do. You know what I'm saying? I I'm not afraid of you.
Yeah.
I'm not afraid of that shit. Like, fuck you too.
No, I appreciate that.
I'm sick of that.
I think that's a good mindset to have.
You know what I mean? They're
Yeah.
hateful. I'm gonna be fucking hateful back.
Right. Yep.
I just want to be chill, but if you're gonna bring that energy to me, I'm not gonna. I'm
Hey.
a sister.
Hey, actually-
I'm not gonna fucking take that from you. I'm a fucking girl from Massachusetts. We're the strongest
Right.
men you know. You know what I mean?
Actually, fuck that.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
But do you have any other obsessions?
No, that was it.
Okay, so now let's go to the rapid fire questions, and then we can go to the beach if you guys want to. So, if you could meet Joan or Frankie Grande, who would you pick?
Oh. Joan, it's gotta be Joan.
Who's your favorite drag queen?
Katya. It's gotta be Katya.
Oh, I love Katya.
It's gotta be Katya. I just love
She's
that bitch so much.
I love her.
I mean, I love Trixie too, but
I know. Especially, I feel like you guys would just get along so well. I feel like
she just makes me laugh on this whole other level, and she's so real, and just like I just love her so much. If there was anybody I was able to like, if I had the chance to meet anybody, it would be her.
That would be
for
dope.
sure.
That would be a sweet person to meet.
And she's from Boston.
I know. I was gonna say that. Who's your celebrity lookalike? Would you say?
Oh,
I could say Dakota Fanning. Just looking.
I've been told that. I've been told Amanda Seyfried.
Yeah, I could see that too.
I've been told that one too, so I'm gonna go with
That's
that.
a good one. That's a really good one.
Thank you.
What is your dream girls' night out plan if we were gonna go out and just have like the most like unlimited budget? We can go wherever.
Unlimited budget.
You're like, woo! You're like, who's paying? I'm like,
Who's paying?
Joan Grande.
I would want to go do karaoke.
That would be fun.
And like our own little karaoke room. That would be so fun. And then I'd
want to
go home with a bunch of drinks and order food and watch a bunch of movies and shows and funny videos on YouTube. I just loved that, like, when we all lived together in college too, and like we'd have everybody over, like we would just like hang out and like watch funny shit. And I just missed that. Like I thought that was like my favorite, because I like going out, I like going to bars and stuff, but I also just like chilling and just laughing.
I agree.
You know,
remember when we had the Hanukkah party and then we watched the video of the story of Hanukkah, and I really learned a lot. I learned a lot. That was fun.
I remember that Hanukkah party though. That was.
I feel like
I've
watched a lot of Super Bowl halftime shows.
I made baklava, even though
music videos.
Baklava has nothing to do with Hanukkah, but I just wanted to make baklava,
it was good.
And that was really fun.
I had like pneumonia, and then you guys were like, "You should probably not go to clinical tomorrow." I'm like, "What are you talking about?" And then I went to University Health. And
but when did you not have pneumonia?
Dude, who the hell knows? Okay, what's your go-to order at the bar? Go-to drink order at the bar lately?
I usually go for like a vodka sour, which is like, I feel like, I don't know, whatever. But also like, yeah. Well, when I was in Punta Cana, I really loved a painkiller.
Oh yeah, but that's different vibe when you're.
That's
in
a different vibe.
We were doing fucking daiquiris the whole time we were in Mexico, and then I'm like literally looking at a vampire because I'm spilling it all over myself like in the pool. Like, woo!
Yeah.
Get the rum floating.
I love a sour. A little sour mix in there.
Coke or Pepsi?
Coke.
Okay. And
no
specifically
Diet Coke.
I thought you liked Coke
DC.
Zero.
No, baby. It's DC all the way. And they didn't have
You
any
literally
DC.
made me try a Coke Zero one time.
Okay, well,
That was
thought
a Cheesecake Factory, so maybe it was because it was fountain. I don't know.
I thought for a while that I was more into Coke Zero, but it's a little more sweet, and I just something about when I don't have DC for
yeah. But if you need something sweet, you go with the Coke Zero.
If honestly, not anymore. Like if they don't have Diet Coke is when I go for a Coke Zero.
Yeah.
Which a few places like Chipotle doesn't have Diet Coke; they have a Coke Zero. And I'm like, all right.
That is so weird. I would only think they would have that if they were out of Diet Coke. You know what I'm saying?
No.
Like,
well, they have it at the fountain, I think, but I don't. When I go to Chipotle, I get the bottle.
Yeah, that makes. Oh, of course. I always do Sprite when I eat Chipotle. I know it's crazy, but it just goes together. It's so good.
That's
I love
not crazy.
it. I love it. What's your favorite makeup item at the moment?
Ooh. This is hard.
Mine might be my Aquaphor chapstick because I have eczema legit all around.
I do love.
like one of those little kids. I'm like,
I do love the Laneige lip masks. I always put those on my lip.
That's how that was supposed to be pronounced.
So, how did you pronounce it? Laneige?
I just texted it. I just didn't say it out loud.
And I guess I always am a sucker for the telescopic mascara. I think it's Maybelline.
Yeah.
The telescopic mascara. I always do that. I don't really wear like a whole lot of like face makeup. I feel like I put on like concealer, which I'm pretty sure is just like the NYX concealer, but
that's good.
Yeah.
They have a good concealer.
Yeah.
I like that. Who's your all-time celebrity crush?
All time?
Yeah.
I mean, obviously Ariana Grande.
Yeah, that's
has
true.
to be.
That's true.
That's my like all
That's
time.
very true. Yeah, that was obvious.
But like I don't know. I feel like I always have been, well, not always, but for a long time I've been a sucker for what's his face? I can only remember his character's name. Oh, love Bad Bunny. But what's his name? Oh my God, Edward Cullen. What's his name?
Oh, Robert Pattinson.
Robert Pattinson.
Yeah, I
love him to death.
I love him.
But yeah, Benito can hit my line anytime. I love that. I love that man. Love that gorgeous man.
What is an unpopular opinion that you have?
Oh,
I can give you one first if you want to think about it first.
yeah, you do one first.
Mine is that I actually love Monopoly by Ariana Grande and Victoria Monet, but that song gets so much fucking hate. And like,
why?
It's a hype
it's
song
so hype.
I feel like
it's
I
so
always
good.
see people hating on it, and I love that song.
No, it's so good. Oh, an unpopular opinion.
Well,
I'm like that.
I'm not alone.
That gay people deserve rights. Like it's getting more unpopular these days.
I know. I'm gonna single-handedly get like women's right to vote taken away. Women's right to free speech.
I guess unpopular opinion. I like Sabrina Carpenter's new song.
I do too.
I feel like a lot of people don't like it, and they're like, "Oh, it sounds like all her other songs."
They want to hate on Jack Antonoff, and they're just mad that they can't. And it's like,
yeah,
I get it that like him and Taylor Swift have such a good pairing, but I get what they're saying. Like they've worked together so much. Like I'd love to see your work with someone else just to like do something different. But it's not that I don't like what they're making together. I still like that. It's just I want to see something a little different. So I'd like for her to work with someone else on the newest project. But Sabrina Carpenter and Jack Antonoff, they are making a beautiful love child that is this album. Lord and Jack Antonoff have worked together. It's been great. Isn't that where melodrama came from? And then all the cheating and the...
I know, that whole situation. I can't even speak on that situation. I don't know a lot about it. And I know she's, like, kind of problematic sometimes, apparently, with her whole, like, Lolita, like, situation.
No, I don't even think it's giving Lolita. Like, sorry. The baby doll is a lingerie style. Like, it's just a short dress.
Yeah.
And it's, like...
I guess she said some weird things, like in one of, you know how she has those outros that she changes.
Oh yeah, I could see that.
She said a weird thing about like looking like a Nina or something. She's like, old enough, but I look just like a Nina or something like that.
Is a Nina like a kid?
Like a little girl.
Oh, ew.
Yeah, so a little weird. But I do like her new song. I think it's good.
Just like a poor joke.
Yeah, in poor taste.
Because she doesn't really give like.
Yeah,
that.
I feel like she doesn't normally give like I'm trying to look like a little girl.
I agree, that's what I mean, and people are like, when's she gonna apologize for this? And I was wondering why, but I didn't know that. That's interesting.
Yeah, so but anyway, that's my unpopular opinion.
Charlie XCX or Troye Sivan? One dies. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh God,
I would never do that to them.
So hard. That is so hard.
I know.
I just have this deep love for Troye Sivan because I've been listening to him since I was like 14. So it has to be Troye Sivan. But I love Charlie so much, and like I love her music and her style and all that.
I feel like I really get her as a straight girl that hangs out with a lot of gay people. You know what I mean? And like I love doing drugs and drinking, and not that I'm even doing anything that crazy, but I enjoy it.
Charlie likes boys, but she knows I'd hit it. You know what else I was gonna say is I forgot one of my obsessions is I was listening to the song the other day, No Broke Boys by Tinashe.
I love that song.
And then I heard you mention it on the pod. I was like, oh my God, I'm like literally Quinn, love your intro that you made for Julie, but I'm like, I need that to be the intro.
I would, but it's like I don't think I can because I don't own it. You know what I mean? I fucking love that song.
I know, but that song is so good. Anyway,
I know. I need someone to make me a beat like that. Okay.
Would
Would you ever own a gun? I'm just wondering.
Julie! Oh my God, I just screamed it in the mic. I'm so sorry. See, here's the thing. I feel like I kind of would. Like, I feel like I kind of would. I feel like as a person who lives alone, I've considered it. Mm-hmm. But I also, for like my ethics and principles, I've held off because I'm like, I don't actually know if I want anybody to own a gun. It's like she's a liberal and she's a LGBT, but she's also from Vermont, so we gotta keep that in mind. And I also am a woman living alone, so there is that. But you'd serve so much kind if you had a gun. You know I have a video of me shooting one of my dad's guns. I'll show you later. No, I don't. Cut that out. But I think
I was saying to Joe and his friends, I'm like, we couldn't have a gun because it's like the next member of One Direction would die and I'd shoot myself in the fucking head. And
well,
then
see,
Joe
there's
was
that.
like, Julie! And I was like, I'm not even joking.
No, but it's honestly
Only one of
something
them
I'm like, I might be a little too mentally ill to own a gun. You know, like I could snap one day on myself, not on anybody else.
I know.
But maybe cut that out too. I don't know if that's too dark.
I know. I know. And I was thinking the same thing, bro. I just said that.
But,
I'm like,
yeah.
when Liam died, it was like, oh my God, get the pills away. And it'd be like Tylenol. I'm like,
I know. I'm like, get the gummy vitamins away from me.
literally get the gummy. I'm like, I don't have any pills to OD on, but if I did, that's why you got to get that shit away.
But yeah, I just feel like obviously, like, having more gun control would be better, but I feel like if anybody can own a gun, then it's going to end up in the hands of
It's
someone
like,
who
let's
shouldn't
just
have
get
it.
these people some mental health tests, because I'm going to tell you guys from one honest person to the general audience, if you think, oh, like, they're restricting my gun control, whatever, I, as a nurse, have seen some serious people that should not own a gun, and they probably could buy one if they didn't have a mental health check. And these people are
Should
nuts.
not own a gun.
They're fucking
Should not
crazy.
own a gun.
And I'm against people being like, oh, we got to take back crazy because, like, we shouldn't be saying that. It's like, I say crazy all the time. I say crazy to crazy people. I'm like, oh my God.
I'm
like,
crazy.
They're like, I'm not crazy. And they're like, I'm like, oh my God, no, I'm crazy. Oh my God. I called to get a report from someone someone called me to give me a report from, like, I don't know, Martha's Vineyard or some shit. And, like, I was like, hi, this is Julie or whatever. And they're like, oh my God, Julie? We have a Julia here, and she's crazy. And I was like, I'm crazy too. Ha.
Wait, that's
like,
so
what
cute.
was I gonna say? And it was just like hilarious.
Just
like,
kikiing with the
okay,
hospital staff.
yeah,
I'm like, I love that.
I just like joke around, you know. I don't know. And as our resident expert, if I was gay or bi, what kind of woman do you think I would be attracted to if I was not straight?
What kind of woman do I think you'd be attracted to?
Because I feel like if I was gonna guess, I would be like, oh, a girl that's like me, because I'm like trying to think of someone I'd like to be friends with. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like it's not like that.
But it's
I'd be
not
like
like
a girl
that.
Like this.
No. I feel like you would be into like a butch lesbian, but not like butch. Like you'd be into what is the term for it? When they're like a little like a soft butch. Like I feel like they'd be a little nerdy, they'd be a little like quiet. But it just looks like quiet, more like masculine woman I feel like you'd be into. Because
Interesting.
I feel like that would be more your type. Like I feel like I have another friend who reminds me of you and is similar to you, and that's her type. So I feel like that's where I'm like getting
I
that
feel like in
from.
my head it would be like someone that was like Taylor Swift or something. You know what I'm saying? Like I'd like a real girly girl, because I feel like I'm
you be femme for femme?
girl. Yeah, I feel like I would, but I think that's just because I'm like, oh my God, I love girly girls. You know what I mean? But I don't think of
but
it
it's
like that.
different.
What about Shelby?
Shelby's
Into the Hey Mamas.
No, you would not be a Hey. You
No,
would not
I'm
be a
just
Hey
kidding,
Mama's
kidding.
lesbian. I feel. Oh, I don't know. I'm like Shelby. You didn't ask for this opinion, but
I don't know what's here.
I don't know. I feel like you'd be into a little bit more feminine women if you were
Interesting.
into them at all. I feel like you'd like. Yeah, like
I
feel like you'd
her.
be into.
That's how I
more.
feel too.
I feel like you'd be into someone who's like super, like, oh, I don't know. I was gonna say super like. Yeah, because I feel like it could go either way. Like it would be.
Yeah, it's like I literally have no idea, because I feel like me thinking of it like this, it's like I don't think I would think of it the same, because it's like, yeah, like if I wasn't attracted to guys and I was thinking of a guy I'd probably be like, oh, like a guy that's into the same things as me, and then it'd be like me and Steven, and me and Jovelon come, but like that might not be the way I'd describe it if I wasn't attracted to men, you know what I'm saying? So that's why I'm like, in my head I feel like, yeah, maybe like I would think that I'd be wanting to like date a girl that also is like dicing her hair and like her makeup, but maybe not. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, when I'm thinking about it, I'm like, Shelby almost
every
reminds
same
me of
show as
Sarah,
me.
like a little bit. So I feel like
maybe
maybe a more athletic girl who's like still feminine, but not like.
I could see that.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like I could just picture that for Shelby.
But I also.
Let's go.
I said say it in the mic if you're just saying it in the mic.
Say it right into the mic, Shelby.
I'm kidding. And I also couldn't see either of us. I don't know.
Both of you are in like long-term healthy relationships. So.
I know. Shelby's like, boring.
Boring.
All right, Shelby, this is actually my question for you now. So just checking in with you. How is Paul's roommate Andrew's coworker Liam's girlfriend's cousin's friend's boss doing? So Shelby sent us this video last summer, and it had me shook. Do you want to describe it? It was this video, and this guy's like obviously blacked out at like a wedding, and then he falls on the ground, and his pants split. He's
falls into the splits and just lets it all out.
And then he like leans back, and you can see his whole dick. He falls in ass.
Oh my god, it happens in like slow motion too.
I don't know if you heard anything.
No
Dude,
idea.
that video went so viral. I don't know if you heard anything else about it.
No,
oh my god.
I really didn't.
Paul needs to follow up. Although it's like I literally went through my messages to find the connections because nothing was funnier than getting that when we were like, who is that? And you sent that text that's like, Paul's roommate, Andrew's coworker, Liam's girlfriend's cousin's friend's boss. I'm like, the craziest part is at the end of that, that's the boss. It's someone's boss. Like, what if that was my boss? Probably not. But it's like, he was off the clock.
I'll do a check for you. Yeah. I'll get back
If you hear anything. Well, I'm just wondering, did he lose his job? I'm wondering. Yeah, I need to know. But I just wanted to know because I was going to ask you that during the Out Loud Fest, and I was like, it's just so funny I had to ask. All right, Megan, what's something that's legal that you think should be illegal?
Cheating.
That's so true. That actually should be death sentence.
No, I genuinely think... I think that it should... Yeah. I genuinely think that it should be, like, considered abuse.
Yeah.
Hot take. Unpopular opinion.
I think so, too. I've never thought of it like that, but I like this.
It should be considered abuse, and I think that in certain cases it should be... Like, if you're married to someone and you have children with someone, and they... First of all, they're
it's not like you
themselves.
Talked about it was an open relationship.
Right, it's not like an open relationship or something that you're aware of. It's like it's an unconsensual, like you're almost
and you're putting that person at risk for like STDs and
that's
shit
what I'm
that they
saying.
Don't ask for.
That's what I'm saying. In a lot of those situations, that's how people find out is because they contract an STD, and then they're like, you gave this person a disease. Like, that should be illegal. Like, I feel like you need
to knowingly do it, but...
Right, and yeah, it is to knowingly give someone an STD.
And so it's like, yeah, if you're a piece of shit, at least get an STD test for the sake of your significant other.
Yeah, so I honestly think, not in all circumstances, obviously, like, cheating is not always that serious. I mean, it's not good, but
yeah.
I think in certain circumstances when you've like have a marriage and kids with this person, like that should be illegal.
And
that's
it's
crazy.
such an investment. It should be illegal.
I mean,
and I'm petitioning death penalty.
Yes,
or
being
beat, like
being beat.
If you were a ghost, who would you haunt first?
Like haunt in a fun way or like
whatever you want.
Way? I feel like I would just haunt my sister because it'd be fun.
Yeah,
and it depends on how I die too, because like I feel like I'll just want to be like, yo, I'm good, like no worries, I'm fine.
Yeah.
In a bad way, like if I was trying to like spook someone, it would definitely be like my exes. Yeah. I would want to haunt the shit out of them. I already do. But as proven. But I would, that would be fun.
I like that. What reality TV show would you want to go on if you were going to go on a show?
Ooh.
You don't have to win it. You don't have to be
I feel like I've considered, I think when Alicia was talking about this too, how she considered like going on like Love is Blind and stuff, but I feel like I do not want to be famous ever. I feel like and I think you talked about that too, how you don't want to be famous. I would never want to be famous.
It's just like awkward.
It's too much. I could get famous if I wanted to. No, I'm just kidding. So a reality show? I don't know. I feel like
you could even do like Survivor or like Wipeout. Jeopardy. I think I could kill on Jeopardy. I know it's not a reality show, but I could kill.
Maybe like Wheel of Fortune. I feel like it's a fun vibe in Wheel of Fortune.
Yeah. Oh my god. I feel like I could go on Wheel of Fortune drunk. You know what I mean? Like if like my bachelorette and I'm like, woo!
Yeah, because I mean that shit, they're a dime a dozen. You can get on that show if you just show up. So
if you were a Spice Girl, what would your name be? Mine might be like Stoner Spice.
I don't know, like bisexual Spice. I'm like, what are my personality traits? I don't even know.
I don't know.
I don't know. Like, whiny spice, complainer spice. I do be complaining a lot.
That's hilarious.
Sweaty spice. Okay, that would be you, Shelby.
I get
Miss
it.
Hyperhidrosis
I get
over
it.
there. Sweetie spice.
My final question is there anything you want to say about the podcast? Anything you want to see on the podcast in the future you want me to do?
I just want to say I think this is so fun.
Yeah, me too.
I don't know. I just feel like this is such a good idea. And like I just admire your ability to just like have fun. I admire you as a person. Like your ability to have fun is just like unparalleled.
I appreciate that. That means a lot to me.
Yeah. And I love this podcast. I love like the work that you've put into it.
Yeah.
I obviously want to see Shelby have her own pod because that would be hilarious.
I know.
Shelby's hilarious.
I know. I was thinking that.
I mean, obviously, like I want to see all my friends on, but like. Yeah, I don't know. I just love, even your, like, solo episodes, I just love, because, again, I feel like I'm just, like, on FaceTime with you.
I appreciate that.
And the way that you tell stories is hilarious.
I appreciate that, guys. So if you think of anything you want me to talk about, just let me know.
For sure.
Well, thank you all for joining me on the podcast today. And thank you guys for listening, as always. You know, you can follow us on wherever you're listening. It's just when new episodes are posted. You can follow me on HFSS Pod on Instagram and TikTok. For updates and more. We can film it after.
Okay.
Bye. We're going to the beach.